three-phase circuits, which comes under module 2. In this video, we are going to discuss about the introduction to three-phase circuits, advantages of three-phase power when compared to single-phase power, and the generation of three-phase voltage system. It's a representation using sinusoidal waveform and phasors. Coming to the introduction part of three-phase circuit. What is meant by a phase? Phase is a winding or circuit. Single phase system means there will be only one phase and one neutral. A system with more than one phase is known as polyphase system. So to develop the polyphase system, the armature winding is divided into number of phases required. And in each phase, a separate AC voltage gets induced. The winding in all the phases are arranged in such a way that the magnitudes and frequencies of all these voltages is same, but they will have a definite phase difference with respect to each other. And this phase difference depends upon the number of phases the winding is divided. For example, if the winding is divided into n phases, then n separate AC voltages which have same magnitude and frequency will be induced, but they have a phase difference of 360 degrees by n with respect to each other. For example, if the winding is divided into two phases, therefore two separate AC voltages will be available who have same magnitude and frequency, but the phase difference between them is 360 degrees by 2, that is 180 degrees. Similarly, if the winding is divided into three phases, then three AC voltages of same magnitude and frequency will be induced, but the phase difference between them will be 360 degrees by 3, that is 120 degrees. Among the different polyphase systems available, the three-phase system is mainly used. It is more commonly used for generation, transmission, distribution, and utilization of electrical energy. Hence, we are going to discuss about the three-phase system and also about the three-phase circuits. Now, let us see the certain advantages of three-phase system. The following are the advantages of three-phase system over single-phase system. First advantage is the output of three-phase machine is always greater than single-phase machine of same size, approximately 1.5 times. Therefore, for a given size and voltage, a three-phase alternator occupies less space and has less cost than single-phase winding, which have same rating. Next, for transmission and distribution, three-phase system needs less copper or conducting material than single-phase system, because in a three-phase system there will be three wires, whereas in a single-phase system there will be a phase and neutral. So if you need to transmit power by using a single-phase system, three phases, so three phases and three neutrals are required, whereas the same amount of power can be transmitted by using just three phases. That means three wires. Therefore, we can save the copper or conducting material. And next, the three-phase system produces a rotating magnetic field. Therefore, the three-phase motors are self-starting, whereas the single-phase motors are not self-starting. In a single-phase system, instantaneous power is a fluctuation of time. It is a function of time and fluctuates with respect to time. This fluctuating power causes considerable vibrations in single-phase motor. Hence, the performance of single-phase motor is poor. Whereas, in the symmetrical three-phase system, the instantaneous power is constant. The three-phase system gives steady output. The single-phase supply can be obtained from the three-phase, but you cannot get the three-phase supply from a single-phase supply. Also, the power factor of single-phase motors are poor when compared to the power factors of three-phase motors of same rating. In case of three-phase star system, two different voltages can be obtained. So one is between the two lines and one is between line and neutral. Whereas in a single phase system, only one voltage can be obtained, that is between line and neutral. So that is why a three phase system is preferable to that of single phase system, and it is more advantageous than that of single phase system, especially for transmission purpose. Now let us see how this three-phase voltage is generated. Look into the figure carefully. Consider armature of alternator divided into 3 groups as shown in the figure. So the coils are named as R1, R2. So this is one coil R1, R2, and the other coil Y1, Y2, and the coil B1, B2. So which are mounted on the same shaft. So you can observe here, all the 3 coils are displaced by 120 degrees. When they are placed in a magnetic field, when they rotate in this magnetic field, then 3 independent voltages, which is represented as VR, Vy, and Vb, are induced in the coils R1, R2, Y1, Y2, and B1, B2 respectively, as per Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. So these induced voltages will have same magnitude and frequency, but they are displaced from one another by 120 degrees. And all these voltages will rotate at the same speed. Now, let us represent these voltages in the form of a sinusoidal wave. So for that purpose, we will take the voltage induced in the R coil is taken as reference. Therefore, VR can be taken as reference started from instant 0. So which can be seen in this figure. So here, if you see observe the waveform representation. So this type of representation is known as waveform representation. So in this, the voltage induced in the R phase is taken as reference, which starts from instant 0 and completes its cycle. Whereas the EMF induced in the Y phase starts from 120 degrees, which can be observed here. So because the phase difference between the EMF induced in R phase and Y phase is 120 degrees. Therefore, in Y phase, the voltage starts from the instant 120 degrees. Whereas in the B phase, the voltage induced in the B phase starts from 240 degrees, because the phase difference between the reference here, the reference is taken as voltage induced in R phase, that is VR. So therefore, the phase difference between VR and VB is 240 degrees. Hence, we can see that the EMF induced in the B phase starts from 240 degrees. This is how we will represent the EMF induced in the 3 phases by using sinusoidal wave representation. So if you combine all these waves and represent in the same x-axis and y-axis, so we have taken the x-axis as a time and the y-axis is voltage. Then, so the red color wave represents the voltage induced in the R phase, that is VR, which starts from instant 0. Now, Vy, which is represented in yellow color, okay. So this, the voltage induced in the Y phase lags behind the voltage induced in the R phase by 120 degrees. Therefore, this voltage wave starts at the instant 120 degrees, whereas the voltage difference or the phase difference between the voltage induced in the B phase and that of Y phase is again 120 degrees. So therefore, you can observe here, the voltage induced in Y phase starts from 120 degrees, from the instant 120 degrees, whereas voltage induced in the B phase starts from the instant 240 degrees. Therefore, the phase difference between Vy and Vb is 120 degrees, whereas the phase difference between VR, which is taken as reference, and Vb is 240 degrees. Therefore, the voltage induced in the B phase, that is Vb, starts from the instant 240 degrees. So this is a complete sinusoidal wave representation of the 3-phase voltages. So the 3-phase voltages VR, Vy, and Vp, they have the same amplitude here. So the maximum values of the 3 waves is Vm. This is the positive maximum value, and similarly the negative maximum values of all the 3 phases is minus Vm. So therefore we can say that these 3 phases, these 3 different voltages, that is VR, Vy, Vb, which are induced in the phases R phase, Y phase, and B phase, have equal magnitude and frequency, but they have a phase difference of 120 degrees with respect to each other. So this is known as sinusoidal wave representation. The same representation can be represented in terms of phasor representation. So when we represent the same voltages in terms of phases, we call it as phasor representation. So as we have seen in the previous figure, that we have taken the VR as reference. In the same, in phasor representation also, we have taken VR as reference. So whichever phasor is taken as reference will be taken along the positive x-axis, and Vy is lagging behind the VR by 120 degrees, and VB is lagging behind Vy by 120 degrees. You can observe here the phase difference between the three phase voltages is 120 degrees. And always remember, the phasor rotation is in the anti-clockwise direction. So they rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. So when we consider VR first, then Vy is lagging behind VR and VB is lagging behind Vy. So this is known as phasor representation of three-phase voltages. Now let us write the equations of these three-phase voltages, sinusoidal equations. So as we have taken VR as a reference voltage, therefore we will represent VR as Vm sin omega t, where Vm is the amplitude of the sinusoidal wave, and sin omega t, there is no representation of any angle, no plus phi or minus phi, because we consider VR as reference. Now if you see Vy, if you observe these phasors, Vy is lagging behind VR by what angle? 120 degrees. Therefore, we can represent it as Vy is equal to Vm sin omega t minus 120 degrees. Now coming to voltage induced in B phase, that is Vb. Vb is equal to, if you observe this Vb, as I told you, we have considered the direction of rotation of the phasors is anti-clockwise. Okay. Now if you see with respect to reference, Vb lags behind VR by total angle 240 degrees. Therefore, we can represent it as Vb is equal to Vm sin omega t minus 240. Or we can also write it as, you can see here, Vb leads VR by 120 degrees. Okay. So therefore, the same thing can be represented as Vm sin omega t plus 120 degrees. So here in this voltage induced in B phase can be represented in two ways. Either we can represent that it lags behind the reference voltage, that is VR by 240 degrees, or it leads the reference voltage by 120 degrees. Therefore, we can represent the equation of Vb as Vm sin omega t minus 240 degrees or Vm sin omega t plus 120 degrees. So all these three equations are known as sinusoidal equations of the three-phase voltages. We can observe here the magnitude of the three-phase voltages, that is Vm, is the same, and the frequency omega is the angular frequency. The angular frequency of all the three-phase voltages are also same. Only they have a phase difference of 120 degrees with respect to each other. So this is what represented in this figure. Now, if we add all the three voltages vectorially, then what will be the resultant sum? Look here. Mathematically, if we add VR plus Vy plus Vb, so this is not just a arithmetic addition, it is a vector addition. So what is VR? VR is represented as Vm sin omega t plus Vy is Vm sin omega t minus 120 and Vb is Vm sin omega t plus 120. So in the three terms, Vm is taken as common. So sin omega t plus sin omega t minus 120 plus sin omega t plus 120. So if we if we expand sin omega t minus 120 and sin omega t plus 120 and simplify, finally we get 0. So what we can say, if we add vectorially all the three-phase voltages, then its resultant is 0. Thank you.